we can't always be on an amazing adventure. So we're going to turn our 45 acres into an outdoor paradise for wildlife, hunting, fishing, ATV riding, and all things country. Come join us. So I flew my drone over. I have a mapping drone, and we mapped out my location and my property, and here it is. And what I'm going to do is kind of go over with you guys what we are planning for with building the outdoor paradise. So let's start with the pond first. So starting with the pond, we have, let's zoom in just a little bit more, move this up. All right, so we have this pond here, which is, we're going to get a general on it and get a reading here, marking here. All right, let's see. All right, so this is 1.83 acres. And what we're actually wanting to do, and as you guys can see, this is my driveway. Come down here, going across the dam, right, and it goes to the house. What I'm wanting to do with the pond is this, and I'll show you, I made video of this also so you can see, it's a pretty big hole on the back side of the dam. And so we're looking at adding in, so if we come from here to about right here to about right here, and then up here, and then about here, here, and back to there. Alright, so we're wanting to add this in to the pond, which is another 1.89 acres. 1.83 acres. Yeah, so we're wanting to expand. We'll actually take the dam and we'll move it. Let me show you this. So if we do that, hold on a second. If we do that, we're looking, let's go a little bit wider here, just so we know what we're doing. We'll come up, and I'm planning on digging the old pond out just a little bit. So this will probably work fairly well. We'll come here, we'll come right on the outskirts of what I've already done. Right. Here, here, here. Right. Come down here, and then back. Alright, so with that, it's right at a 4-acre pond. And that's what we're looking to do to the pond. So when we do that, obviously we're going to lose this dam. And so when we do that, obviously we're going to lose this dam. We'll take the dirt and stuff and move it back here so that our driveway will go, it'll come down here. All right, so we'll just start from here. And our driveway is going to come on this side of this tree, right in here. It's going to cut right kind of through here. This will be a partially new dam, right? Here, 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 into the house. It's 1,000 feet, right at 1,000 feet. The new dam's actually running about from 120 feet. We'll make this easy. 120, no, 282. See, there you go, 282 feet. 282 feet. Perfect. All right. So the dam's going to be about 282 feet. That's going to be the new pond. This will be the new drive. And then we will take another thing that we were wanting to do is make a ATV track. So I didn't take pictures. I didn't fly over the whole thing. I missed a little bit of it, but let me show you what our plan is for an ATV track. So, all right. So let's start down here. I know my point here. So we're going to start, there's our road. It comes to about right here. All right, our fence. Let's bring this back. We'll delete last point. All right. This is going to come. I could bring up my property line and actually get exactly where we're at, but we're going to get pretty close here with this. About right there. And this comes up to this corner, right? And then we're going to jump across the road here and come here and come here and then shoot here, and that's a corner. That corner runs over to here. We'll come up into here, here, up into here, back down. And when we come back down, we're going to go all the way to right about here. All right. And then delete last point. And then our property angles back up to this point right here. So that's 6,560 feet. $6,560, right? And let me show you what that looks like. So, and that'll be the ATV UTV track. There we go. Going around basically the perimeter of our property. That's the now our property comes up here also, but my daughter's going to be living in this mobile home. I also want to, and this is my brother-in-law's mobile home. So our property actually goes from this point out to here, all the way over to here, all the way down to this corner. So all this is our property also, but what I'm wanting to do up here, let's go here. So this is my drive. We'll put an entrance in my drive from here all the way over to where my brother-in-law, I'm going to leave his where he lives. I'm not going to bother it. Through here. Now, here's a major power line coming through here, so we can't plant underneath that. So we'll come to my daughter's front yard, kind of, and we'll come down to the edge of the track here, and then we'll come over to our, well, there's not a lot of room right here, so we're going to stop on this side of the road. So we'll come here, here, and there, right? All right. Almost 4 acres. All right, let's go finish. No. All right, so that's almost 4 acres that we're going to plant in pines. Now, right through here's a major power line that we will have to cut out, and then right through here is a power line that we'll have to cut out also. So, I'll show you here. So if we go here from our planting, so this area will be cut out. Let's go back here. This, let's see if I can zoom in. So there we go. So this area won't have pines on it either. And then also coming from here to here to here, kind of back to there is a power line also. So there's our, let me back out, I keep going in. So this is a power line going to our home. This is a power line going to the trailer. This is a main power line coming through. So these areas, this area, and then this area, and then this area, and a little bit of this, we want to plant in pine trees. Maybe some other kind of tree, maybe some type of oak trees coming down the drive right through here. If we can get a grant for that, I don't know if we can or not. But this is the reason I don't want the ATV trail coming up through here, because this is going to be planted. She will have her area that she don't want people riding around. I don't want the kids in their front yard. So coming down back here, cutting trails, and then coming back out will be perfect. Now also, something you guys, I will take you on a ATV ride later and kind of show you this from a first person's point of view. But when you come through here, we also have this trail that comes up through here. All right, we got that trail. We also have a trail, a lot of trails that when they come through here, so right through here, they cut in through here and then kind of through here and then up the hill, down the ridge, comes down the back side of the ridge, comes to the corner of the property, shoots back up and over and out. So, and they have, a couple little trails through here. So this is trails in here. This is a perimeter trail I'm wanting to do. This is a trail that they already have. We also have a few little trails through here. So they'll have additional places to ride. Now, that is a lot. Planting pines up here, creating a UTV trail, clearing out for the UTV trail on a perimeter, which is also going to give me access to building a fence around the perimeter of my property. That's another thing that I want to do. We want to build on the very front, coming across up here. All right. Let's go out. So on the very front, I want to build from here all the way past to the about 800 feet right here. A 3-board wooden fence across the front of the property, and then the 3-board entrance coming in here. I may also come down this side because this separates us from our neighbors. So maybe an additional 3-board fence coming down this way to about right here, or our property line's about right there. And if I do it on this side, I'll probably do it on this side also, coming back up this way. So that way it just kind of gives us some separation. Plus, my daughter's driveway, instead of it being this right here, her driveway will be coming from her home. You cut down here, across here, across there, and out to our driveway right here, and coming up that way. So that'll be her driveway. So if we do a 3-board fence, I can create her a little entrance right here, which would be nice. And then this would just open up into the property when people come by. So that's more than likely what I'll do up front. All right, last but, well, not completely last. So let me show you this real quick. Another thing that I'm wanting to do is, so this is a hill, a big hill that goes up, right? This is a little bit above the pond level, and then this is a hill that gradually goes up. Here's a low point here and a low point over here. So basically what I want to do is dig this out, say to about right here to there, coming down this way to the pond's edge, right? Light coming through here. There we go. So this area, I want to dig all this where all this is flat. So from the house, you'll be able to look through and see the kids play in here because this is where they play a lot. Dig all this out and then roll the heel back from this back edge, roll it back into this heel and cover up these old trails because I want all this area right here to be overgrowth and woods. And then this little area right here coming up through here all to be grass. And then this area down here will be flat from the pond's edge back. It will be flat and grass. So I want to build a right about, let's go back up here. So right about, we'll do this simply right here. So probably about right in here. I want to build a little cottage, if you will, just for a place to store our stuff that we use in the pond, store our fishing rods, and also have a place that we can, like a cabin, that we can spend the night in and hang out in, and just a small cabin where we can store stuff and stay overnight, camp out there if we would like. It would just be, I think, something neat. But here's my point. Here's another thing. So all this dirt that's right here that we're planning on digging out, we have some old pond that used to be here. What I want to do with this old pond is take this dirt and fill it to where it's already the field, but you can see this ledge right here. I want it to come down a gradual slope like the rest of the yard. So we'll take the dirt from over there and we'll fill this in and create a gradual slope. And then this whole area from the front of my house over to the property line over here, or to the trail, up to the back of the barn and around will be a big open field for the kids to play. Obviously get rid of all this trash. We have to finish our barn. I have 2 more poles set up there to finish our barn. We actually have this to a pole there, there. All right. About 1,400 square feet that we're going to add to the barn right there, covered. And we got to get that finished also. Get this crap cleaned up. It's disgusting. But I want to try to get this all done in a year. That's kind of my goal. Now the UTV trail is not going to be a big deal for the perimeter. I might be able to afford to go ahead and do the front fencing. The only thing about the UTV trail is this area right here is a marsh. I have taken an excavator in there and cleaned it out before. So here's our creek. A creek that comes through, comes under and feeds the pond. You can see the right through here. This is all groundwater and little springs that we have popping up everywhere. But when you get at this is a huge hill. When you get to the base of this hill right here, you can't hardly get anything in there. It's probably 5, 6 foot deep of just gunk. Now I've gotten to here with the excavator and I've cleaned this out. But to finish the UTV trail, I've got to get an excavator in here, maybe a long arm excavator, and clean this out, create a natural ditch, I guess, if you will, to come down so that it all dry out so that we can come on this high side and drive our four-wheelers past this point. This is the only point that's really stopping us from going all the way down the power line. We do have another low point back here, right here. This is another point runoff that comes through. It feeds a small little runoff creek that you can see right here. It comes through and comes through right here. You can see right here it's wet, but even though it's wet, we can still get through on the four-wheelers there. It's not terribly bad. And if it gets really, really bad, we can just add some boards there and cross. So that's wouldn't be a huge deal. So the first thing we're doing, I've already called about a brush cutter. He's going to come in and he's going to cut this path coming up through. We're going to go mark it probably today. And he's going to come cut this path. So we'll have 95% of the path cut here for the UTV riding. We'll just have to skip over this one little area until I get an excavator in there to clean that out. But most of the path will be cut, so that'll be the first thing that's down. I have reached out to the state of Alabama, or I'm going to reach out to the state of Alabama, the conservation government grants, to see about planting, and also to see about helping me with my pond. We'll see how that turns out. So the pond's obviously going to be a huge deal. This dig's going to be a big deal. Hopefully planting up here is not going to be a gigantic deal. Hopefully I can get that granted or have someone come in and plant. The front fence won't be a big deal. The UTV trail won't be a big deal. And obviously we have some small stuff around the house that we have to do. This won't be a terrible big deal. I'm working on the arbor back here. We're going to build a retaining wall around this. Our little fire pit right there, as you can see. So we're working on that also. But yeah, so that's my plans. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So that's what we're doing. Oh, let me show you this real quick before we get off. So, all right, y'all got that, right? I see. Okay, let me erase all this. Here we go. Clear all. This is so cool. So I took these with my drone, and I can go up here and get elevations. This is cool. So this, I'll tell you the elevation of the property. The reds and the yellows and oranges are high, like you see up here, 335, 305. And then as the colors go down here, you come downhill, it's green. It starts getting lower and lower and lower. The blues are down here, 125 feet. So you can kind of see, like, here's where our pond is currently. Here's where I want to build the new pond. The dam, as you can see, will come across here, start about right here, shoot back over here to where it gets to green again. You can see that ridge here to where the old pond was that needs to be filled in. You can see my house sits on a little hill. It's low all around the house, right? And we sit on a little hill, which is kind of neat. So the top of the house, you can see, is a little bit of yellow, which is about, going up this big hill over here is about the same elevation as this over here. But yeah, this is pretty neat that I can do with my drone. I can, it'll give me an elevation map from the photos that we capture with it, which is really, really cool. It gives you an idea of where everything is and the difference in elevation changes. So anyway, I just want to show you guys that real quick. All right, so you can kind of see right here, they've kind of started a trail going through there. Our property line corner is right there, and then it shoots down all the way behind the house. So we're gonna mulch up through here. So you'll come out right here. This is kind of be our starting point, and we'll ride the trail real quick, and I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'll show you guys all the trails, or the trail we're planning on making from this point as a starting point. Obviously, you'll be able to go over it faster because it'll all be trimmed and cut. Jump across. Get this. Some of these are already trails, obviously. So at this point, this is behind the double wide up on top of the hill. You would go straight through here. I'll get on top of this hill and I'll show you, but you'll go straight through here to the other corner, shoot back up towards the double wide. So there's a single wide, that's my daughter's trailer. There's the double wide over there. All right, so here's the single wide, which is going to be my daughter's trailer. There's the double wide over there. This is about 3 acres, 2.5 acres behind the double wide. So that trail will go back up into there, roll around in there, come out right here. When it comes out right here, we'll shoot back down this hill. So let me back up and show you guys that. So there's the marshy area right there. So this is the marshy area I got to clean out with the excavator. So so that we'll be able to go down through here and go all the way down there. What we'll do, we'll go around this whole marshy area and start on the other side, and we'll take you from there. And from there, I can almost finish the trail. Yeah, so let's go down there real quick. All right, so I'll stand up on this thing real quick. Hopefully not fall down. So there's the marshy area right there. It comes all the way down. Our creek is literally right here. So once we get all that cleaned out with the excavator, we'll be able to come straight through. But for now, we have to bypass it, hit the road like we just did, and come up here. But from this point on, I can take you almost around the actual trail, the perimeter trail. So we'll try to do our best. Almost. So there's our corner right there. Our
corner goes from there and it diagonals up through there. So the trail will come over this ditch, this water hole, and we'll shoot up along this way to the top corner, which I'll take you there now. This is so I don't know if you can see the clearing down there, but the clearing's right through there. We'll make the trail come up, hit this old road, come over to our corner, which is right here behind me, and then shoot down this other side. Let me show you this other side. So this other side back through here. So there's our property line. See the fence. We'll come down this side, come down this huge hill to the bottom. Then it goes back up another big hill on top of that power line, where that power line is. And we're going to go around, and I'm going to show you that, but we're going to cut down through here also. Look through the woods and kind of see how it kind of goes way down. We may come over here and come down. I'm not real sure how we're going to do this side, but it goes into a bottom and then it comes back up the power line. Up there, it comes out up there. So there's the fence right there, our property line. Goes down in here. That's that bottom from the other side. Comes up. We'll come out right here on top of this hill. Come over to the top of the hill, and we already got some trails back through here, some. See, there's a property line right there. This just needs to be cleaned up some. Now they've been cutting off through there, but the original trail goes down this hill, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it going down this hill. This is a watery bottom down here, but I'm going to see if I can get through it on this. When I originally did this, I couldn't get through it with a skid steer, but I think on the four-wheeler, it's kind of a mucky bottom. I don't know if he's going to want to mulch this or not. Got that hole right there. Anyway, so when we shoot, we're staying on the property line. Here's our back corner. fence is down on this back, but this is the old trail coming through here. So we got a tree down right here that we got to get cleaned up. So we got to get all this cleaned up some kind of way. I don't know if we'll clean that up because we do have a trail right here. We may just bypass it to make it easier. That's going to be a mess. But if we bypass it, we can come right through here. And jump over right here. So remember this point real quick. So remember this spot real quick. We're going to come back to it and we'll continue on our perimeter. But what I want to do is take you through the interior trails of this 10 acres in this woods. And we're going to do it fast. So just enjoy the ride. All right, we're back here. Let's finish our perimeter ride. So this cuts off a little bit. We'll actually shoot down there. Let's see if you can see that pole right there. So we'll shoot to the back corner. Might be able to ride right there from here. Yeah. So here's the back corner, the other back corner. And four-wheel drive makes a difference. All right, so now we're going down our back line. You can see our fence here. This is actually behind the house. You can see the house up there, the barn over there. And this is pretty clean. It's just probably needing to, some of these trees need to be cut. And it needs just cleaned up a little bit more. Just kind of ran over. It's no big deal, really. You'll get to see all our little creeks coming through here. Most of them are runoff. think what I'm going to do, through here, because that trail down through there is so close to that fence and it's on a hill, I think I'm actually going to get them to cut through here. So basically, as you go through, you'll go straight up. You see the fence right there. You'll go straight up that fence to the corner. The big oak tree's right there. Cut our way out, and that'll finish the trail. But let me show you what I'm going to do down here. Instead of getting really close like we came in on that fence, I really don't want the kids riding that close to the fence, because if they wreck, they'll end up in that barbed wire. So I think what we're going to do is cut back through here, because there's the fence down through there. This is a bit more level. And then from here, like this, and then we can shoot back down here. So coming from the creek that we crossed, I'll show you the new route. There's a trash bag we gotta get up. So there's a little creek where we crossed, and instead of running this property line here, we'll go. I'll show you this route. It's a little bit better for the kids, I think. Ooh, I got off route, son. Oh! Takes you back up there. So that's what we're going to do. Let me see if I can get up this hill real quick. I think I probably can. So as you go down through there, there's the big oak tree. There's a starting point. Hey guys! All right, now I'll just take you down the road. So the new driveway, after we cut the dam here, there's that big gully I was telling you about. You'll see these ribbons. So the new driveway will shoot right through there. And you can see the ribbons in there, over there, that we've tagged off for the other dam. We'll go, so you see that ridge coming through, and then that ridge drops right at that big bush. So you'll come through, we'll build the dam from there across to the front, And then we'll tear out all this, and all this encapsulate a big 4-acre pond. Our new driveway will go around there and come out up front. So that's it, guys. Thanks for the ride. Oh, let me show you this real quick too. See, so you can kind of see when you look over how that bottom road goes up. So we're going to cut that and make it flat. All right, so here's the bottom road I was talking about on this part. We're right above the water, and I want to make this flat all the way back to the line that I showed you on the computer. We'll cut it down back there and then gradually go up. But from here back about 40 or 50 feet, probably more than that, about 100 feet, it's going to be nice and flat. And so if you can see the house back there, once we take out this hill right here, you'll be able to see straight from the house, even from the carport, all the way over here to what the kids are doing. Most of the time they play right here. So yeah, I think that's it for now. So enjoyed it, guys. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.